Okay. Once again, my name is Sam Gibson. Been with Archer for a little over a year. This is Keep It Simple with Sam. Today, I want to kind of go over on a few simple ways to do mock bookings. I know mock bookings when I first started, I was spending way too much time on trying to do just one mock booking. So one of the things I did do that kind of helped me was I kind of took a step back and I kind of organized a little bit. Let's see, share my screen. Oh, yeah, let me back up a little bit. Have you joined any social media groups from Facebook? Are you guys having any problems with that? Because I know some people do. I just kind of wanted to go over that just for a minute. When you're joining social media groups, it's really not that hard to join, obviously. Basically, you're going to want to search. I usually search either under a specific name, if there's a resort, Marriott, things like that. You can do under destinations, categories, venues, entertainment, activities, brand. You're going to want to read the rules. They're usually going to be found in an About Us discussion or in the topics section. I'm going to go over that. I'll show you in just a second. And then you want to create kind of a spreadsheet, create a post, and post to groups. If you have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat and I will get to them shortly. Let's try to find where am I? Okay. This is my Facebook page for my business page. So if I'm wanting to find groups, you can do it through here, but a lot of them want you to join under your personal page. So if you go up here, they've changed Facebook now. They kind of changed the whole layout. So if you go up here, this is like your little profile icon. If you click on that, now you can switch it to your personal. And you can search groups in either or. Like I said, though, I know that a lot of your training tells you to do it from your personal page. The reason for that is because a lot of groups on Facebook have kind of made it very difficult for business owners to join the groups. They have strict rules against them, mainly because there's so much soliciting going on and people getting personal information and the scams. So they have to put in their restrictions and stuff. So if you go to right here, search groups. I'm in Oklahoma. I'm in a small town, Macomb, Oklahoma, very, very small. So I kind of look around, for places around Oklahoma. This is like Maud and surrounding areas. You can do like Oklahoma or from wherever you're at. There's all different kinds. So you got wedding vendors, wedding venues, photography groups, gardening communities. There's all different types of places that you can look. So if I click on wedding vendors, because that's one of my niches, I do like doing wedding destinations and honeymoons. If my internet wants to work today, gotta love technology. Well, see if I've got enough. Oh, there we go. Okay. So all these will pop up. You can kind of go through them, click see all, and it should pop up with everything that they have listed for Oklahoma wedding. You can join them. This is a private group. Most of them are anymore. So if you go into, let's say, everything wedding in Oklahoma vendors and brides. So let's say we want to join that one. I'm going to do it. That's my other page. I'm going to do it as my personal page. And I'm going to say join group. Now, most of them are going to have comments or questions that you'll have to answer. I just say a vendor. That's kind of what we are. Oops. List your website and Facebook page. So you just put in if you have your Evo travel one or if you've made one yourself, you just type in that. And then you can, I usually include the link to my Facebook page. So if you were to just click on at, it should work. Maybe. And then you just hit submit. And then it could take a little bit. Yeah, it pops up that they've received my answers and they'll notify me when my request to join is approved. So doing that, then I'm going to go, let's see. I just went here. So now I'm going to their page. And you probably would want to do this first. I should have done this if it'll let you. About this group, you want to read this. This is all the group rules. They don't have very many. So that's a good thing. The less rules, the better, because that means you're going to be able to post more stuff in there. And you will be able to do it as a vendor. And then it also gives you related groups. So you can also click on any of those if you'd like to join those too. Once I get the group, I'm going to come up here and I highlight and copy that link. And then if I go here, bear with me. I've got a lot of folders and things that I try to keep organized. Oh, wait. Yep. I use Google Docs. It's just kind of easy and it's free. Doesn't cost anything to use it. You can link it to pretty much anything. But I go over here and I'm going to start a spreadsheet, which I've already got one made. So let's see. Mock book posting groups. Now this is my spreadsheet of all the groups that I have joined to do mock bookings in. So now right here, I'm going to click in this box and I am going to paste that new link. Now, every time I go to that, I can just click on it and I can post whatever. And it's a lot easier to keep track of when I posted. I usually put what I post in that group, the date that I posted it, the date that it was actually posted. Because sometimes like this one up here, which I probably need to get off that site because it's been a while. But the last time I checked, it was still pending. If you get some of those, you want to kind of keep track and get rid of them. Like this one here, I've got 6 posts pending. That means they're not very active. So if they're not active, you might as well just get out of that group and join another one because it's not going to do you any good. I usually put right here how many members there are in that group. Right here, I would put the date that I joined. Oops. Which would be today. Going to work. Oh, whoops. You can tell I don't know what day it is. I think it's the 16th. We'll say the 16th for the moment. And then once they approve it, then I will put that here. And then I'm gonna, whichever mock booking that I post to that group, I'm gonna put it right here. That way I can keep track of which groups I posted which flyer or ad or mock booking in. I'm going to go ahead and show you an example, which I know these are kind of old. I haven't been very consistent on my keeping track. This is a group that I had already posted to. If you go into the group and there's these little 3 dots right here, you can click on your content. And it says no post to show over here on the side. It shows that one of my posts was published. So I can pull that up, just click on that. And this, you can see that I did share it as my personal page, but in my booking, I stuck the link to my business page. There's no rule against doing that. So I just add the link in there. And then that way, anybody who wants to check it out, they can click on that and it'll take them right to my business page. And I'm trying to see. Yeah, I think that was just kind of a trying to get people to inquire or comment, which you can do that too. Sometimes I'll post like tips and stuff on trips or things like that just to get some interaction, kind of like your interactive post. But sometimes I'll do it on travel, ask them questions on, you know, if you're going to the Bahamas, what do you take with you, or things like that, just to get people to interact with it. Um, Thank you, Veronica. Sorry about that. You're right. It is the 18th. I work another full-time job, so that's kind of why my days all run together too. I'm trying to make this like my complete income, but it hasn't. Like I said, I got a little overwhelmed, so I kind of had to start over. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions on posting or finding groups or anything? Just before I click off here. But you can do it on anything. You can search. I always go to the search and I'll find just whatever you're thinking of, places around you. If you live in Florida, then you might want to look up Disney World. If you're wanting to sell Disney World, then you look at like, oh, goodness, I can't even tell you how many Disney groups there are. But you definitely want to read the rules on those because they are very, very strict on what you can and cannot post. So I am going to switch it back. Just getting prepared because now I'm going to show you how to do some really simple mock book. For those that don't know, mock bookings are a mock-up kind of a package or a booking that you might sell to a potential client. So I kind of look at it as, if I'm planning a vacation for myself, what am I looking for? And that's kind of how I do my mock bookings. If I'm looking to go to Cancun and or let's say the Bahamas, and I want to stay at the Atlantis, then I'm going to look up the Atlantis. I'm going to find, you know, whatever I can on that resort. And that's what I'll do a mock booking of. Kind of start with what you want to do. I kind of tell people that's the best way to do your trainings too. There's so many different vendors and so many suppliers, and there are so many different ways to get certificates and tons of certificates. And then you get into one and then they have more and things like that. So I would make a list and kind of go by, what do you want to do? Where would you want to go? And that's where I would start my trainings, because the more you know about what you like, the more you're going to be able to sell it to your clients. Mock bookings, the way I look at them, less is more. The less details, the better. Remember, you don't want to give too much information so that clients will want to inquire more about it. Not sure what that one was. Okay. You want to, I kind of schedule in advance. I create a calendar for the month and pre-plan what mock bookings I want to post to my groups. You always want to add photos or videos. Photos of the destination are always eye-catching to the consumers. If you want to sell the Caribbean, be sure to add photos. Minimum of 4 is usually what I put. Most groups, most places that you post will probably require that anyway. If you're posting some sort of a thing, I think LinkedIn, there's one of them that if you try and post on a business page, it requires like a minimum of like 4 photos to add with it. And there are some groups that do that too. Or a short video clip of the Caribbean to pull in potential clients. So I'm kind of want to show you what I did was I broke down kind of my days. I broke down my whole month. This is the calendar that I made up. I hope you guys can see that. This is just for like a mock booking calendar. Like I do on Mondays, I do kind of I call them Manic Mondays. Those are like any promotional emails, promotions that I get sent from suppliers, things like that. Anything in your profit agility, that's what I would do on my Mondays. Tuesdays I do cruises, so then I break it down like each week it's a different cruise. Like the first week it might be Carnival, the second week it might be Celebrity, third week I'll do Norwegian, Disney, you know, I break it down that way. The reason I did this is because I was spending too much time trying to decide what I was going to do a mock booking of. So I broke it down this way because those are my niches. I like doing cruises, theme parks, local activities. Like I said, I live in Oklahoma. We have a lot of camping and a lot of festivals and festivities going on during the summer. So I broke it down that way, and it helps a lot. That way, as soon as I walk in, it's in my face. I know exactly what post I'm doing for the day. So then instead of taking like hours to put it together or to figure it out or to figure out where I'm going today or which one I'm doing, it's right there. It takes about 10-15 minutes to put it together now instead of like 4 hours that it was taking me before. These are just a couple of do's and don'ts. You don't want to include the hotel name. If you're doing a resort or anything like that, you do not want to include the name of the hotel. You would want to say 5-star resort in Cancun or 4-star resort in the Bahamas, something like that. But you do not want to put the name of the hotel. The reason you don't is because when people see that, they can look it up themselves. And then you tend to lose a potential client because they're not coming to you to find out what it is. And they can book it themselves. Like basically you do the work and now they just took it and they did it themselves. And now they got that deal or they found that deal, or sometimes they'll find it cheaper. Or they think they find it cheaper. I don't state prices that are per person per night. That's just a personal that's just my personal thing. The reason I don't is I did that once and I got quite a bit of negative feedback on it. When you do per person per night, you get mathematicians or people that think that they're mathematicians, and they start adding up, and then they want to spread derogatory comments about, oh, I can get this cheaper here, or I can do that. And it just raises a lot of problems. So for me personally, I won't do it unless it is like a really good deal. And then I would only say like $168 per person. I don't think I would add the per night. It gets a little confusing sometimes. Like I said, you get a lot of people on there that tend to want to think that they're Mr. Mathematician, or or they're a better deal person or something. And yeah, so it can go either way. I mean, off of that one post that I did, out of, I want to say 400 comments, 200 of them being kind of derogatory or snide or rude, or the Karens of the world, or whatever you want to call them. I actually gained about 70 followers. So it's kind of however you want to perceive it. So you can put it in there. Like I said, I just personally don't, because to me, it was just too much. It gets in your head, and sometimes you don't want that. I don't include airfare due to airline cancellations and everything that's going on with the airlines right now. I personally will just put in there airfare not included, but can be added at an additional cost. That just saves a lot of headache, because you could quote it now, but then if you go to book it, they may not have that flight or that specific time again. Alec, you wouldn't include the hotel name or the resort name, mainly because people will go and take that resort and they will look it up themselves, and sometimes they'll either come at you with saying that they can find a better deal, or mainly because they will book it themselves. If you give too much information, you're not getting those people to come to you to book it. They're going to go on Expedia, or they're going to go on Travelocity, or they're going to go on any of those hotels.com or any of those, and they're going to book it themselves. And now you've just lost a potential client because you gave them all the information. That's the only reason. I mean, if you want to, you can, but from what I hear or from what I've seen, that does not usually work for a lot of agents. They tend to book it themselves. They'll take all your information and everything that you just gave them, and now they're off on their vacation and you don't get the commission. So if you're wanting to pull in clients, less is more. You want them to notify you to get the information, and then to book that trip or that whatever through you. Does that make sense? I do list unique amenities. I list activities that they might have, list a type of package, like if it's a family vacation, all inclusive, if it's a cruise, anything like that. I do not put the name of, well, I don't know, cruises are a little bit different. Because you can't really not say which cruise it is. So cruises are a little bit different, but when you do hotels and stuff, it's just kind of a little bit better not to give that information. You might be able to do, I'll have to look into that. You might be able to do it with cruises, because you could just put the promotion up there. But with all the cruise lines promoting their stuff on TV and stuff, it's kind of hard not to kind of show what that is. And they might, but that's when, if they come to you, that's when you get them in, and you you want to solidify that booking through you before you give them any of the actual information. I've actually booked a couple of clients that way. I did tell them, it's a 5-star hotel. It's this, it's got all this, everything you want, ocean view room, this and that. And then I waited. And once they actually booked it with me and I sent them the confirmation, that's when I would let them know which hotel or which resort it is. But I usually don't give them that information until I know that they're booking with me. Correct. Okay. I do put the star rating, nearby attractions. I always have my logo or my business link, phone number, email. You want to always leave a way for them to contact you or to link it back to your website or anything like that. No. Okay, this is where we're 3 simple, really simple ways to create mock bookings. Email promotions, copy and paste from your supplier emails. These are usually promotions that can be easily copy and pasted to create quick and simple mock bookings. Branch Up is another one that automatically posts to your Facebook page. So then you can go through there and you can just share from that to your groups. You don't even have to post anything. I mean, if you want to, you can go in and edit it. You can add some stuff, things like that, but it's already automatic. Does everybody have Branch Up? Do you guys know what that is? No? Okay. Once I get through this, we'll go back over that. I'm trying to get everybody at least signed up with Branch Up because that is one really good tool to use on your, it just posts for you 3 times a day. Package suppliers is another one. When I save that, I use Trafalgar. It's a tour company, goes all over the place. I've actually traveled with them, so I really, really love what they offer. But it includes airfare, all the transportation from tour to tour. It includes pretty much everything and the whole itinerary. So that's one that I use a lot because it's real quick and easy. It's got everything right there. I just go copy, paste it, and slap it in for a mock booking, add a couple pictures, and it's done. So if you find like vendors that kind of combine like room, transportation, or activities using a vacation package, it's easy to copy and paste. Tours, theme parks with resort stay, etc. Okay, Stephanie, we'll get you, I can help with that too. If you Okay, I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to start with the email promotions. Bear with me. I'm hoping I don't lose you guys. Down here in my email. Okay. And how many of you, all your emails are completely out of control? I've been so trying. I just went through and I want to say almost 3,000 emails because I just kind of let them go and they add up. So I finally got them back down. And now every day I try to go through it like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, mine is too. I finally got that one down too. I spent my whole weekend just doing nothing but going through emails. Profit Agility is kind of a good one to do mock bookings from. Profit Agility is kind of like, it's kind of like timeshares that they haven't sold. And so we end up getting them and we can book our clients with them. for almost a quarter of the cost, usually. Very, very cheap rate. Like this one here, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's from $824 for 7 nights. So you can, if you clicked on that one, oh, or you can just go to Profit Agility and do the same thing. But some of these, if I do that, resort weeks, you can choose the location. Let's see. I'm planning on going to San Diego in December to see my son, so we'll just check that one. And we'll say December. And if you click select, a lot of this is just copy and pasting. So all I would do, you could do it this way. I'm just trying to see if it actually names the resort. Welk Resort. So before I posted it, like I could sit there and give this link. The only thing with doing that is that then they're going to see like what resort it is and all the information, the actual address that it is. I don't want that included. Not to mention, this is kind of a 3-star resort. I usually do 4 stars or more. If people are going to spend the money to go to a resort, you want it to be a nice one, not kind of run down and old and things like that. But basically, all I would do is I would highlight this, or I would just put in there that it's a 3-star rating or 5-star rating. I copy this, and I'm going to copy that because that's nearby stuff. This because it's got whirlpool tubs and it's got private balconies, things that most places usually don't have. So I would end up copying all this, and then I would just go to my Facebook page and I would start, and you just paste it. And then there's all the amenities, on-site amenities, and I would normally kind of go through. There it is, nearby. Where that is, I just kind of make space so they know it's a different portion. Unit amenities, same thing. I'm just going to go right there, make a little space so they know that that's different. And then I go all the way back to the top. And I'm going to kind of click right here, make some space, go back here. Okay. Now, this is where it's showing if it's a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, things like that. So I could say 2-bedroom. That work right. There we go. And I would definitely include that. And it's just copying and pasting. This is showing that it's maximum occupancy of 8. All the things that are included, what the room is, things like that. And then I would probably go here, make some more space. I just kind of check to see if there's anything else. I usually put like the check-in, checkout time so that they know. And I'm going to paste that. And now I'm almost done, and I'm just going to copy this because that is the week of Christmas. Well, then I guess I would have to take off my 2-bedroom, so that'll work. Okay, so if we're gonna do this, copy that one, go back here. Paste this first. There. Erase, oops, got a little happy there. Okay. Take that out since that's not the same. So you want to definitely make sure that whatever you're putting in there, it is actually the correct information. So that is going to be on the agent. So if I go to book, and that just kind of breaks down, you do not want to put that in there because that's basically your information as far as your commissions and things like that. And then I would just put this right here. If you want, this is another great thing about Profit Agility. This right here is how much you can add for commission. So if you wanted to take it up a little bit, you can. This will be the max that you can do. If you don't want to go up that high, you can take it down so that you're saving your clients more money if you decide to. You kind of want to check. I usually kind of compare this to like Expedia or Travelocity or one of those sites just to make sure. I check to see what they're running theirs for, and then I'm going to match it, and then I can actually go up or down if I need to adjust the price. Now, when you do this, that's what I would get paid automatically. That is my automatic commission. Or if it's for a friend and you don't really want to charge them anything extra, you can take it all the way down to 0 and you don't have to put any commission on there at all. So it works either way. And the more commission you go down, see, now I can tell the client I can get it for them for 17, 15, 52 for the entire week. So you can do it that way. Like I said, you can add your commission if you want, you can raise it. But I would just do this. Oh. Paste that, and then up here, I'm just gonna say 3-star resort 7 nights, and then total cost is that, and then it gives them some of the details. And you can be a little bit more flashy. I mean, you can get more creative with it if you want to. Like I said, this is just a basic, simple form of it. And then if you wanted to add pictures, it's the Welk Resort San Diego. So if I went like this and you copy that, and then I would go up here and search the web, and I'll just paste that in there. There it goes. And then I click on images. This is one thing you definitely want to make sure you're doing if you're pulling any kind of photo off of the internet. I always go to filter and I will go to license, and you want free to share and use or public domain, any of those that are free. You do not want to share a picture that somebody has a copyright on and then they see that you've used it, and then that brings in a whole bunch of other stuff. So I always make sure that I always click on free to share and use if I'm taking them off the web. So then you just kind of go through, you can find different pictures of it. So if you right click, you can save image as. Yes, I know. I have tons and tons of things. Yep. There we go. Mock cookie cutters. And then I'm just gonna say Folks Resort. Name that, and now it's going to be saved in there. So when I go back to my actual post, now I can go to photos. Maybe. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Make sure you always scroll down because there's always things that tend to like to hide. Then I'm going to go back into my folder. And I'm going to find that picture and I'm going to open it. And you can add, like I said, I usually add about 4 pictures. So you just go through, you find which pictures you want, you add it to it. And once you do all that, let's see. The only thing I did not see is, yeah, okay. You always kind of want to maybe put the location. That might help. And then once you get all that, really kind of simple, then I'm just going to hit post. And you can add a send message button if you want. Oh, I'm going to have to edit it already. Oh, I forgot. Since this is posted on my actual Facebook page, my business site, I'm not going to add the link, obviously, to my Facebook, but I am going to add my website. And you can put in there, contact me. There's also a form if you want to add like your inquiry form so that they can click on that and they can just go ahead and fill it out, and then you'll get notified when they fill out an inquiry. And I'll show you, I'll probably be going over that next Monday, how to make your forms, credit card authorization forms, your client inquiry forms, things like that, and how to create the links and stuff so that you can post those straight to your Facebook business page or your websites or Linktree or any of those, anything that you can post it to. And it's taking forever to save. Like I said, I live out in the country, so my internet's kind of, it depends on the weather. Okay, I'm going to come back to that though. Okay, that was for profitability. So, the one I was kind of wanting to show you though, some of these also have, where was it? Royal Caribbean, for example. If you click on that one, this is an email that they sent showing that they've extended up to $550 off, 30% off every guest, kids sale free, deliver the vacay dreams. If you go down here, they already have a share button. So if you go through your email, you can click on that. Hopefully it'll work. And it's going to post like this, and then you can add whatever you want to it. Show where you want it to post. You can do it in your feed, you can do it in like your story. So let's say my story, for instance. No, I'd probably do it to my feed because, well, you can do it to your story too, and you can like write text over it. But I would just kind of put something up here like contact me. And this is just because it's my tagline. And then I'm going to put my website. Always, always, always put your website any way that they can go. It'll direct them to your business. And then you can just share it. And that one, and then here you can share it in groups. If you click on that one, it's probably going to ask you which groups, or you can type your groups. I would probably just share it to my newsfeed or story first, and then I would go through and decide which ones I actually wanted to share to. And we were going to do public and public. And try to figure out why or where I'm supposed to post it. And then you hit post. And it should. Oh, we're still stuck on that. Okay. And there it is. This is the one I just did. I just shared it from my email. Blam, it's done. That took me less than 5 minutes to do. And you can add stuff into it. Like I said, if you want to add more information up here, if you want to add like a link to, like I said, the inquiry, which I want to show you what I'm talking about. I have it linked on here. I need to fix my link because my link is like way too long. But this is just a flyer I did just to promote my business page. I did my facebook.com page, and then I've also got my website, just basically saying it's okay to take a break. I'm wonderful breakaways. So come break away with me. And if you click on this link here, yes, I know, follow me. And this is my client inquiry form. This right here is going to be how they fill out all their information, gives you their name, destination, where they want to go, how much money they're going to spend, how much they're willing to spend, what kind of room they want. If they like a cruise, which there is a different inquiry form for a cruise. If they're doing flights, do they want to do morning, afternoon, or evening? Are they okay for red-eye flights? Just things like that. Anything I can possibly get out of them right off the bat, I'm going to put it on there. And I also include my logo. This way, everything is mine. It's not linked to Archer. It's not linked to Evolution. It is my branding. I still get paid commission through Archer, but you want to brand yourself because you want it to be your business. I know Amy Cabrera does a training on that. Definitely watch that video because it is about the branding. So that's just one of like the inquiry forms that you can do. Let's see. And then when you set up things, you just want to make sure you have like, any links that you have, things like that. And there's the one we just did. Took me a little bit longer just because my connection didn't want to work right. But these are just supposed to be like 5-10 minute things that you can do really quick and easy. And then once I post them on here, that's when I'm going to go and I'm probably going to share them because now I can share them. And I can share to a group. The great thing about this is when it asks, these are all the groups. So you can either do all the groups. This is just from my wonderful breakaways, like my business. But there is a way, which I don't know, Facebook changed a few things. So I may have to look to find that out. It used to be that I could share this, but I could change it to where I was sharing it as me personally without having to actually go to my personal page and somehow sharing it from there. I may have to get back to you guys on that because it looks like they changed the format a little bit. Because it used to be right here. Not sure what that one. Oh, shared it to my profile. It's already on my profile. So that may have put it on my personal page. But it used to be if you shared to a group, you were able to change who it was sharing from. I'm not seeing that option now. So like I said, I will have to look into that. And then the only other one, the package suppliers, I know I'm running out of time. So I just kind of want to show you really, really quick what I was talking about earlier. Close out. Oh, and also, yeah, that was the same thing. It's just a flyer on that same email that I had. Down here, if you do consumer flyer, that's what that is. I clicked on that, it downloads, and then right here, you're going to put your information, your agency name, which mine's Wonderful Breakaways. So that's what I'm going to put there. And then it's going to be my phone number or email underneath there. So then anybody that clicks on this or decides they want to book through this, it's going to get linked to me. So I'm going to get the commission. It's going to be my thing that did it. And it'll let you customize this. and then you can go under there and you, like I said, enter phone number or email, and then you can send these out too. You can post these like on LinkedIn, you can post them on pretty much anything. But like I said, if they click on anything on it, it's going to link it back to you. So that's another great thing about make sure you check your emails. Don't do like I did and let them pile up. There are actually some really good information. And then the package suppliers, really, really quick. Where's that at? Like I said, I like Trafalgar because it has it all right there. So we're just gonna say USA and Canada. Come on. I know I'm running over. I'm trying to get you guys off here. I appreciate you sticking with me though. Okay, we're gonna just go with the very first one. So I'm gonna click on this. Easy quote, you can do that one. Well, that's if you want to put in all that stuff. So I would just do view trip. And then right here, I would definitely copy and paste that. That's the price. And then where's the rest of it? Oh, there we go. I would copy and paste. Now on this one, I would just put, I don't know, you could probably put all this because it doesn't really tell you. As long as you don't put Trafalgar on there, they don't know who you're booking that tour with. So I would go ahead and copy and paste like all that information right there. It tells you from Jackson to Rapid City. There's all kinds of different tour groups. So like I said, as long as you're not putting Trafalgar or the supplier on there, it might be a little bit more difficult for them to do it on their own. So then if you go view itinerary, everything is right here. So I'm just going to copy all that and then I paste all that. And then the only other thing I would do on this one is some of these have extra included little ventures and stuff. These are just included meals. But there are some that they'll have like little included, or it'll say extra excursions or additional activities, things like that. And I would definitely copy and paste those too. But just for the itinerary, I would basically just copy and paste this. And that's pretty much all I would put on there. And I would copy and paste all of this. It gives them a little detail, kind of a little bit of a summary about where they're going to go, what kind of things they're going to do. I would definitely post some pictures of some of the places. You can always go in and like Calamity Jane, you can copy that and then Google it to find images. Same with Crazy Horse and all these other places. So that's kind of how I would do those. Those are just really quick, like 5-10 minute mock bookings. It should not, don't overthink it. Like I said, I would get a calendar maybe, kind of break it down a little bit, make it a little easier for you to organize like by the week, each day. Like this is what I'm doing today. I'm doing celebrity cruises today. So then you go and you find whatever it was on celebrity cruise and you throw that, you create that mock booking for that day and then move on. And then all you have to do is if you wanted to, you could post that same booking or that same mock booking 3 times a day in 5 different groups. And then you're done for the day. Does that make sense? Anybody have any questions? Definitely, Stephanie. That was what really helped me, was making up the calendar, because I'm telling you, it was getting crazy. I also like if you want, like I said, anybody that wants to kind of go over last week's, that's when I kind of went over branch up and finding your niche, and the calendars. I actually have calendars for my trainings. I have calendars for team building. If you're going to do team building, I kind of broke it down to where I was doing Thursdays, and then like webinars on Wednesdays, things like that. I broke it down that way too, because I was trying to do like everything all in one day, and it was just like I couldn't keep up. So I broke it down that way too. um Lots of different ways you can do it. So if anybody wants, my name is Samantha Gibson. You can find me on Team Horizon in the Discord chat. I'm in the group on Facebook. Personal message me if you like. I'll love to help. So if you have any questions, if you're running into any roadblocks, please, please, please reach out. We are all here to support each other and build each other up. And I'm sorry we went a little over, but I have to cut the time. So thank you guys for joining me, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye. Have a great day.